Now let us start with the type of taxes under GST and some important points which you need to pen down. So please get ready with your notebooks and some pens and note down the few important points. First of all, there are three types of taxes under GST. Fine. See, whenever you are selling goods within the state means that if you are living in Haryana, then you are buying and selling goods in Haryana only. Or if you are living in Delhi, then you are buying and selling the goods in Delhi itself. So whenever you are trading within the state, trading means buying and selling. So whenever you are trading within the state, the taxes charged are CGST and SGST. C means Central Goods and Service Tax and S means State Goods and Service Tax. Fine. Where C stands for Central Goods and Service Tax and S stands for State Goods and Service Tax. So their rate is always same. If CGST is 5%, then SGST will also be 5%. If CGST is 10%, it will also be 10%. If it is 12%, then SGST will also be 12%. It means that whenever you are selling goods within the state, then you have to pay CGST as well as you have to pay SGST both. Both the taxes you are paying. So now whenever you go to market to buy something new, then do check the bill. In the bill you will find that CGST and SGST both will be charged on the amount of goods purchased by you or expenditure incurred by you. So it means CGST and SGST both will be charged. But now what if you sell the goods outside the state? It means that the one who is living in Haryana, if selling the goods to the one who is living in Delhi, then he need not to pay CGST and SGST. He will pay IGST. IGST means Integrated Goods and Service Tax. I repeat, IGST means Integrated Goods and Service Tax. Why do I call it integrated? Because the formula for calculating IGST is CGST plus SGST. It means that if on a product CGST and SGST is 5%, then in that case IGST on the same goods will be at 10%. If on a product CGST and SGST is 12%, then IGST on the same goods will be charged at 24% because IGST is CGST plus SGST. And IGST is charged whenever we are selling goods outside the state. Whenever trading is between two states, then IGST is charged. Whenever trading is within the state, then CGST and SGST is charged. Now we are going to charge CGST, SGST or IGST on all the goods and services except the following which I have not on the board. So I request you all to kindly note down all these facts. Because students, how the question will come in the paper, some entries, some transactions will be given to you and you have to apply or you have to charge GST on those and then you have to pass the entries. But some entries are there, some transactions are there on which GST is not chargeable. The first is amount invested as capital. You know what is amount invested as capital? Entry is cash account debited to capital account, so no GST will be charged. If the proprietor is withdrawing cash from the business or from the bank, it means drawings, so no GST will be charged. On banking transactions in which only two transactions specifically counts. The one is whenever you deposit amount or the money in the bank or whenever you withdraw money from the bank. I repeat, under banking transactions, two transactions have specifically been mentioned in your books. The one is whenever you deposit amount or the money in the bank, for which the journal entry is bank account debited to cash account. And whenever you withdraw money from the bank, for which the entry is cash account debited to bank account, then you don't charge GST. Same way, GST is not charged whenever you make payment to your creditors. GST is not charged when you will receive money from your debtors. GST will not charge in case of bad debts. GST will not be charged in case you get money from bad debts recovered. GST will not charge when you make payment of salary. Like if we are getting salary from our school, then we don't have to pay GST on that. Similarly, whenever you pay any electricity bill, ask your parents, you don't pay GST on that. Whenever you pay any water bill, then you don't pay GST. Whenever you are going somewhere through railways or through waterways or through airways, they don't charge GST for that. It means GST is not chargeable on travelling expenses. So make a note of all these things, that whenever we sell goods within the state, SGST and CGST is there, and whenever outside state or within two states selling is done, then it is IGST, which is equal to CGST plus SGST. So now it's the time to start with the practicals. Almost every theory portion, everything we have covered. Yes, now start with the treatment of journal entries. It means now how are we going to pass the journal entries? Let's start with that. The first is purchase of goods. Like you have purchased goods for rupees 1 lakh, and on this purchase of rupees 1 lakh, CGST and SGST is 5%. So how are you going to pass the entry? Let us see. Suppose if you have purchased the goods, means if your business have purchased the goods, fine, in that way you have to pass the entries, because we are maintaining the accounts books of your business, and in the first transaction your business have purchased the goods. So now that whenever you purchase the good, you always use the word purchases. You have purchased the goods for rupees 1 lakh, right here 1 lakh. Now students, listen one thing, that whenever you purchase goods, then obviously you have to pay CGST, you have to pay SGST, fine, because I am assuming that we have purchased goods from within the state. As if I am living in Haryana, then I have purchased goods from Haryana only, then it means I have to pay CGST and SGST both, and moreover the one who purchases the goods or buys the goods, only that person have to pay the GST. So the one who pays the GST will use the word input. Got it? Now we have to pay CGST on this, so we write here input CGST, debit. Why am I debiting input CGST? As I told you, as I explained you in the previous video also, and you must be remembering it by now, that whenever we pay GST, whenever the buyer purchases the goods and the buyer pays GST on the goods, then that GST is not a cost for him, rather it is an asset for him. Because when my business will sell the same goods, no, then my business will also collect GST from somewhere and will keep the amount with him. Like as I explained in the previous video also, that A ने goods purchase किए थे 1 lakh के, then obviously A had paid tax of 10,000. Then again A sold the goods to B for rupees 1,50,000. तो B से कितना collect किया था? 15,000. Then what A did? Out of 15,000, A kept rupees 10,000 with him and paid only rupees 5,000 to the government. So in this case also, even if our business is paying GST now, but sooner or later we are also going to recover this CGST or GST from our customers. That's why we are using the word input right now here, and this input GST has been debited because it is an asset for us and all the assets are having debit balances. Now CGST is 5%, so 5% of 1 lakh is 5,000. Now we have to pay SGST also, so SGST will also be debited. Input SGST debited 5,000. Now suppose I have purchased the goods by cash, then I use the word here cash. Suppose if I have purchased these goods on credit, then I will write the name of the person from whom I have purchased. Let's say that person is Ram, so I will write the name of the Ram. So it will be given to you in the question whether purchase is a cash purchase or purchase is a credit purchase. Now see, the total value of the goods have become 1,10,000. Total value has become 1,10,000. 1 lakh is the value of the goods and 5,000 and 5,000 tax we have to pay. So it becomes 1,10,000. I hope this point is clear to all. This way we have to pass the entry. Now suppose, just assume that you have purchased the goods from outside state. You have purchased goods from any other state. Then what entry will you pass? In that case, you will pass the entry purchase account will be debited by rupees 1 lakh. Then, as I told you that in case of sale and purchase between two states, we don't charge CGST and SGST. Rather, we combine them, we join them, and we make one integrated tax which is known as IGST. Got it? And then you use the word input IGST account will be debited. And IGST is equal to SGST plus CGST. It means 5,000, 5,000 or 5%, 5% equals to 10%. So here IGST would be 10,000. And again, we need to see that whether it is a cash purchase or it is a credit purchase. Means let's say we have purchased from Ram. So again the value of the goods becomes 1,10,000. So what you can conclude out of this? You can conclude that input CGST and SGST is 5,000, 5,000 and IGST is 10,000. So this way we can understand that the same tax, that the value of the tax will remain same in all the states. Because if you are paying 5%, 5% in your state, then you have to pay 10% in some other state. So it means that rate of tax will remain same. So this is the entry for the first point, that is purchase of goods. Fine? Like where the value is 1 lakh. Now move to the next point. Next is what will happen in case of purchases return. Keep noting down the entries. Now see, what will happen in case of purchase return? Suppose I have returned goods because some goods were found defective. So I returned goods to the supplier, let's say. Then how will I pass the entry? If I am returning goods to Ram in this case, then Ram will become the receiver of the goods. I have returned goods worth rupees 10,000 to him, then Ram will be debited by 10,000. So what goes out of the business? Goods goes out of the business. So we'll use the word purchases return. Fine, we'll use the word purchases return. How much value of the goods we have returned? 10,000. So write here 10. Now make a note. Whenever you buy some goods on which GST is charged, and when you return the same goods, then the amount of GST charged will get reversed. It means we need to charge it reverse. This is known as the process of reverse charge. Reverse charge means this way. If you have returned goods worth rupees 10,000, then GST paid on this 10,000 will not be given to the seller. Rather, we'll tell him to give us the cash payment or give us the money back or whatever, and whatever tax that has been charged on this 10,000, he need to pay that also us. So, in this case, input CGST and input SGST will be credited. We return goods worth rupees 10,000, so 500 and 500. Because CGST and SGST, like SGST is 5%. So total is 11,000. Fine. This is known as reverse charge. That whenever we buy the goods, we pay GST. This GST will be an asset for us. We have to give this to the seller, and seller is in turn giving it to the government. But when we have returned the goods, it means ये goods जो है वो सेलर के पास नहीं है, हमारे पास है. तो इन गुड्स पर जितनी जीएसटी होगी वो भी हमारे पास वापस आनी चाहिए. बिकॉज व्हेन गुड्स आर विद अस, जब हमने कंज्यूम ही नहीं किया, देन व्हाई टू गिव जीएसटी ऑन दैट अमाउंट व्हिच वी हैवंट कंज्यूम्ड. सो वी विल टेक इट बैक. So entry will be Ram debited 2 purchase return, 2 input CGST, 2 input SGST. Now come in case of sale of goods. Now these entries were from the point of view of the business. Now this entry will also be from the point of view of business only, that when our business is going to sell the goods. Let's say our business is going to sell the goods for rupees 1 lakh within the state. It means CGST and SGST will be 5%. Now if I am selling the goods, then either I can sell the goods in cash or I'll sell it on credit. Now if I sell the goods on credit, then to whom I'll sell, that person will become my debtor. So cash and debtor will be debited, because when cash comes in, because whenever we sell the goods for cash, then cash comes in, and whenever we sell goods on credit, then the other person becomes our debtor, and debtor is also an asset, so it needs to be debited. 2. Now what goes out of the business? Goods. So in case of goods we need to use the word sales. Now in this case, if I am selling the goods or our business is selling the goods, it means that we are going to collect the GST, because GST is paid by the buyer. Now if I am selling the goods, then I need to collect the GST. And why am I collecting the GST for me? No, I need to pay this GST to the government. It means that I can't spend this money. I need to keep it safe with me so that I can pay it to the government. So it means that the GST collected from the buyer is a liability for the seller. Here I am the seller, I am collecting the GST, so I can't make use of this GST for my own purpose. I have to give it to the government, so I have to keep it safe with me, so it becomes a liability. And the liability is having credit balances, so that that's why I am crediting here. Now whenever we collect the GST, no, and when we collect the GST, when we sell the goods. So whenever we collect the GST, we don't use the word input here, we use the word output. So I will write here to output CGST, to output SGST. Now see, the value of goods sold is 1 lakh. So write 1 lakh in front of sales. Write 1 lakh in front of sales. How much GST I have collected? 5%. So 5,000, 5,000. It means I have sold the goods at rupees 1,10,000 to my debtors. Or if I have sold the goods for cash, then after selling goods of rupees 1 lakh and after adding tax into it, I have collected rupees 1,10,000. Out of this 1,10,000, 1 lakh is my money and 10,000 I have to pay to the government. Got it? So now in this case, if in the same case I am selling goods interstate, fine, then what entry will I pass? If it is a cash sale, then word cash. If it is a credit sale, then the word debtor. Their accounts will be debited. 2, again I have to use the word sales. Now in case of interstate, I use the word IGST, and again I have to use the word output. So cash and debtors to sales. To this, we have sold the goods value worth rupees 1 lakh, and IGST would be 5%, 5% plus 10%. So 10% of this 10,000, it is 1,10,000. This way. I hope this point is clear. Now come to the topic, what will happen in case of sale return. What will happen in case of sale return? Let's see that. In case of sale return, what entry I am going to pass? See, if I have sold goods, fine, then it might happen my customers, they don't like the goods and they return it back to us. In that case, the goods are coming into my business. So what entry I'll pass? I'll write here sales return, account debited. let's say my customers, I'm just like taking the same example, let's say my customer has returned goods of rupees 10,000 to me, fine, then sale return will be debited with rupees 10,000. obviously अब होगा क्या, if they are returning the goods to me, then obviously जितना GST मैंने उनसे कलेक्ट किया था, I need to pay them back, so I'll have to debit output CGST, output SGST, fine. 5% means it's again 500, 500, and to the person, to the debtor, and amount will be 11,000. This entry we are going to pass. Please try to check the difference between them. If I purchase the goods, then I pay the GST, so input. Fine. If I return the goods, then again जितना GST हमने पे किया था, that will take it back. Now if I collect CGST, then I use the word output, and if our customer returns the goods to us, then जितना GST हमने collect किया है, we need to pay it back. लेकिन आप पूरा GST रिटर्न नहीं करेंगे, आप उतना GST रिटर्न करेंगे जितने के गुड्स आपने रिटर्न किए या जितने के गुड्स कस्टमर ने आपको रिटर्न किए. दोनों में डिफरेंस देखिए, आपने परचेज किया 1 लाख, रिटर्न हुआ 10,000, तो GST 1 लाख पर 5% लाइक 5,000 है, लेकिन जितना रिटर्न किया उस पर ही आप GST लगाएंगे, उतना ही होगा, दैट इज 500. So I hope this thing is clear. Now move to the next topic.